together. Hello, I'm Jashikins, and a welcome to another episode of Jash Reads. Today, we are continuing to read Animorphs number 11, The Forgotten, by K.A. Applegate. And as always, this video is not intended for kids. This video is instead intended for adults who are discovering and rediscovering the joy that is Animorphs. And also, got sort of some good supernatural news, but only if you're in a specific ship. Otherwise, you won't care, or if it's your no TP, you'll be furious. I don't know. But Destiel became canon in last night's supernatural episode. Now, okay, it's one-sided with Castiel loving Dean, and whether or not, Dean has romantic feelings for Cass or not is not stated specifically in canon, so I'm just going to so Dean might not, he might not canon, and for when I say declare something as canon, I like it to be very certain, so I don't know what's going on with Dean. If you go with what Cass was saying, he was saying basically you're something that I can't have romantically. So it's like Dean probably is either straight or bisexual and not interested in Cass. So, yeah. But that ending speech, besides being a nice Destiel moment, was fucking hell. Misha Collins, I think. Collins, I think, is his last name. I definitely remember his first name. That was fucking grade A acting. Even I was sort of tearing up. I was like, no. It's not just that he declares his love, it's the situation. It is just heartbreaking, and we still have 2 episodes of the series left to go. Actually, usually I don't ask, say questions until after reading, but please comment below if you did watch last night's episode. You can comment about that Destiel moment, and also where you think the season will go from here. I would actually go more in depth about everything, but this is a dramatic reading of the Animorphs books, not me gushing about a ship or me analyzing the shit out of a ship. So yeah, comment down below again. And if you're wondering, I ship many ships. So Destiel is not the only ship I ship on Supernatural. I ship a bunch more. So yeah, I'm not going to, give you hate if you don't ship the ship. It's just a ship. It's something fictional. Not something really get worked up about. Whew. I'm sorry. I've just been so stressed about the elections that this bit of happiness, I'm like, oh my god, a bit of happiness to focus on. Okay, let's get into why you clicked the video in the first place, unless you actually did click on the Animorphs video going, hey, I hope this analyzes Destiel. Okay. "8:32 p.m. Okay, fellow flies, into the bug fighter. We zoomed crazily around the outside of the huge seeming bug fighter till we spotted a door. Inside, we saw the blurry, strangely colored shapes of humans. Actually, human controllers. We buzzed right on inside. I count 5 people, Rachel said. Just what we expected. I said, I was trying to sound confident to help everyone else take home. but I was tense. I was on edge. This was a spur of the moment plan thought up by a guy who was having jungle hallucinations. It was a desperate, possibly stupid plan. I didn't know for sure. It could easily end with Tobias dead. Maybe the rest of us as well. But Tobias was thrilled to be playing a major role. Tobias, you ready? Anytime you say, Jake. Once around the room, that's it. I warned him. You're the boss, Tobias said. Okay, now. Outside, above the grocery store, Tobias had been gaining altitude, which was extremely difficult in the cool night air. Hawks are not night birds, but Tobias flapped his way up and up, always keeping sight of the bright hole in the grocery store roof. Here I come! Tobias yelled. He plunged at maximum speed, straight for the hole in the roof. I'm inside! I could tell, because right away there was shouting, yelling, orders being barked out. Then, blam, 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 gunfire! They were shooting at him! These guys couldn't hit. Yikes! That was close. The plan called for Tobias to provide a distraction. The Yeerks knew we used bird morphs, and they would know that a hawk did not belong flying around inside a store. They would put two and two together. They would know Tobias was not a real hawk. Blam, 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 blam. Someone was firing a machine gun. Even with my vague fly hearing, I could hear the air shaking with the noise. Hundreds of rounds were being fired inside that store. A human voice yelled something like, "Get out here and help! It's an Andalite bandit and morph." That's what the Yeerks think we are. Andalites. The technicians inside the bug fighter went piling out the exit, glad of the chance to take shots at an Andalite bandit. That's enough, Tobias. Bail out! Bail out of here! I yelled. Axe, morph! Everyone morph! Now! 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 Blam, 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 blam! Can't get out of here! Tobias cried. The guys on the roof are shooting down through the hole. Of course! Why hadn't I realized that? Of course they would block Tobias's escape. I was still mostly fly, but morphing as fast as I could. I could feel myself getting bigger. I could see my fly wings shriveling away. Tobias couldn't escape. They'd get him. Sooner or later, no matter how fast he flew, they'd get him. An answer! An answer! I needed an answer! I needed to! Tobias! Tobias! This way! I yelled. Inside the bug fighter. No, that will draw them after. Yeah, well, that one clipped my tail feathers. Come inside, I yelled. Whatever you say, Tobias said. My human eyes were just re-emerging as Tobias blew in through the door of the bug fighter. I looked left. A horrifying creature with a small scorpion tail and fly legs and a semi-humanoid face with a gigantic proboscis was trying to work the controls of the ship with clumsy fly stick legs. It was Axe, halfway through morphing. Suddenly, the door shut. Or in this case, the bulkhead simply dimpled and closed up again, eliminating the door. They're in the bug fighter! I heard Chapman howl in rage. They're in the bug fighter! Get them! I was mostly human now, but still at that stage where I wouldn't have wanted to see myself in a mirror. The rest were coming out of Morph, too. Cassie was fastest, as usual. She was already checking Tobias for wounds. Axe was almost fully Andalite once more. Axe, get us out of here, I said as my human mouth returned. Sorry, I thought I was going to burp. Okay, back to this intense story. These are unusual controls, Hex admitted. Bap, 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 bap. Bullets rattled against the bug fighter's outer skin. Then I heard the grinding sounds of the engine. Through the cockpit window, I saw the controllers turning big earth movers toward us. They're going to ram us, Marco warned. Axe? I asked tersely. I think I don't know. Prince Jake, I can try, but it may not work. Just do it! I yelled. There was a whirring noise. Lights came on all over the cockpit. A sound like a low siren. I found the on switch, Axe said. Great, Marco said. Now, find the get us the heck out of here switch. I felt the ship lift up off the Safeway floor. It rose just a foot and sort of wallowed slightly, side to side. The heavy equipment was still coming for us. Axe turned the fighter, pointed it toward the missing wall. Is that plastic sheeting very strong? Axe asked. Let's find out, I said. Then whoosh! It was like getting kicked in the chest. We all tumbled backward, all but Axe, who has 4 legs. The acceleration was incredible. The bug fighter rocketed forward. We blew through the plastic sheeting. We blew across the parking lot. We arched toward the dark night sky. We did it! Rachel yelled. Sorry about the acceleration, Axe said. I forget that humans fall over easily. Just get us out of here, Axe, Marco said. We're going to Washington, D.C. to meet the president. Okay, just making sure one more thing, and then I will start to get to my analysis. So, yeah, sorry. Pauses. I had to drink, then I thought I was going to burp, and then I sneezed. Like, really great. All these dramatic moments, and those are the times when my body's like, how about we mess this up and make it way less dramatic? Look. So, as I've probably restated time and time again during these dramatic readings, whenever Jake's in a mission, I try to make his voice very stoic because I see him as putting on this, I guess, leader suit. It's like just trying to pretend to be confident because that's what a leader does. Exudes confidence so other people are confident. While internally he's like, what the fuck, what the fuck, what the fuck, what the fuck, what the fuck. And I actually do see Tobias saying, oh yeah, I'll do this. as like him going, you know what? Oh no! Look it! I now have to get in the bug fighter. So I saw that as why he grew nervous at the end, like, oh fuck, what if Jake says no? Well, Jake has to say yes. Oh shit. And this sort of becomes a running theme of this book. As I said, this book does focus on leadership and specifically how a leader can be uncertain. And that when a leader makes mistakes, people might die. And that's why it's really stressful, and that's why Jake's uncertain. It's when Jake doesn't consider that in order for this Tobias being used as a distraction plan, Tobias won't be able to escape the way he came in through. And this book is going to be full of these mistakes. Jake's like 13 years old, being a leader, so of course he's going to make these little mistakes. But, little mistakes can have big consequences. And once you can see how, future little mistakes have big consequences, and I can probably talk more about that when they happen. And yeah, I can talk more about that little theme of the book. But for now, just focus on the fact that Jake didn't consider, when using Tobias as a decoy, that, Tobias wouldn't just be able to fly up the hole. And look at that. And no, that is definitely going to be a running theme of the book. And I will probably talk about it later because, as I said, it's just a big part of the book. And on a lighter note, let's end on a nice light note for this analysis. Axe is very egocentrical because he's an Andalite. He's one of the better Andalites, but the Andalites have a big fucking ego problem, and that showed up in the last chapter when Axe is like, of course I can fly a bug fighter. It's just Yerk technology. Huh. I don't really have, enough hair to sort of whip it. Like, there. That really isn't impressive, but yeah. Yeah, Axe is like, huh. It's so horrible. But anyways, so Axe actually struggles to fly the bugfire because, the Yerks know some things, obviously. And Axe doesn't, he has this also innate Andalite calmness to him, so he doesn't come right out and say, oh shit, I don't know what the fuck is going on. He's never in danger of doing that, but he does say something revealing. Come on, Kendall. Worked? Good boy. He goes, these are unusual controls. It's nothing egotistical. He's not like, these are simple or these are primitive controls. These are unusual controls. That definitely seems an oh shit, an Andalite. And then he later goes, I think I ... I don't know. I can try, but it may not work. I found the on switch. That does not seem like someone who's confident. Someone's like, these Yerks are actually good at technology, but I, an Andalite, cannot admit that. It's like his ego's still with him, even as he's going, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. Okay. This video's question. Let's see. What would you have if you were the leader? If Jake wasn't the leader, okay, hang on, I'm making this way more convoluted than I have to. But if you were a leader in this situation, and you're like, okay, I have, one buddy who's some sort of bird of prey nontlet, and the rest of us aren't fly morph. How do I realistically get inside that bug fighter and steal it? And, how do I do that without endangering anyone, giving everyone the best chance of life there? And also, here's something to consider. Since you probably won't find okay, I'm making this even more convoluted, so I'm just going to simplify it to this. Or instead of trying to figure out how to get into the bug fighter with you and your buddies as flies and one of you as a bird of prey nontlet, and trying to figure out how you're going to get into this bug fighter and steal it, should you? I mean, is it worth, dying over to possibly steal a bug fighter and possibly, announce the Yeerk's invasion to Earth? So, comment down below, have a nice, lively discussion. And remember, comment below on anything you noticed about this chapter, the good, the bad, the ugly. But remember, no major spoilers. I am hoping against hope that people discovered the Animorphs series via these videos. So there are some big twists and turns coming on that you, as new time readers, you don't really want to be spoiled. Really, really good stuff there. And if you watch this video and are like, hey, Animorphs number 11, The Forgotten by K.A. Applegate does seem to be actually good, and I'd like to read it on my own time and have my own copy of the book. Well, everywhere I post this video, I post a link to where you can buy Animorphs number 11, The Forgotten by K.A. Applegate. And buying via my links will do 3 things. It will give money to Kay Applegate and Michael Grant, the 2 main writers of the series. It will announce to Scholastic that Animorphs is still a viable property. And there's an Animorphs movie coming, but the 2 creators aren't involved with it anymore, so I'm not going to deal with that. But maybe, more graphic novels, maybe they can go back and, do the reprints they did of books number 1 through 8 in the main series, more audiobooks, so signals this classic so we get more Animorphs content. And finally, I'm part of the Amazon Associates program, so every time you buy the book via the link provided, I get a little something. So you will be helping support the authors, signal to Scholastic that, hey, Animorphs is still a viable property, and I get a little bit of money. And I'm your favorite YouTuber, right? Shit, just bang. I was like, I'm trying to be all cute and just bang the mic here. But anyways, let's see. Oh yeah, what else to do? Also, remember to like this video if you think birds are awesome. And remember to subscribe to this YouTube channel because I will not only be reading Animorphs number 11, The Forgotten by K. Applegate, I will be reading the entire Animorphs series except Alternamorphs because fuck Alternamorphs. So yeah. And this is Friday, so I hope you survived the week well. Tuesday and Wednesday were a little rough for me. That's when the election, started, and oh my god. Like Wednesday, I didn't even brush my teeth. I was not in a good headspace, and I got blood taken. It must have been the guy's first aid there, because now it looks like someone punched me. And yeah, usually it's not that bad of a bruise if, there is a little bruise whenever. And also, if you're worried about, how about fraudulent votes, here's the thing. The president, whoever the new president is, it's never clear election night. It usually takes a little bit. It takes a little bit for votes to come in. So if you hear like people going, "Oh yeah, oh yeah, these are fraudulent because all these votes just happen to appear," it's like they're counting those votes. It's basic fucking addition. Nothing wrong is going on. It's just that's how it works. The votes, they continue to count the votes. So of course the votes increase. And again, if you hear anyone saying that there's some conspiracy or something, that's not the case. And it doesn't matter how high ranking of a person is saying this, whether it's a senator, governor, the current president, all those people are fallible, and everyone makes mistakes. So if you're ever worried about something like that, double and triple check through various sources. But yeah, from what I've seen, it's just how it normally goes. But the thing is, the elections usually aren't this intense, so we tend not to really keep up with what actually happens. So this is how stuff actually occurs. So normal. So I hope you have a pleasant weekend. Stay safe and watch more of my videos.